up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Game of the Week show. I'm Matt, that's Ash, and that's Dan.
Gents.
Hello.
I did him first this week.
Oh, thank you.
I did have a written complaint from our HR department about mistreating the staff, not making them equal.
Equality in the workplace.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm not really one for equality generally.
Yeah.
No. I think people who are better should be rewarded better.
Okay. It's good to know.
So, treat me well. That's basically what I'm... Anyway, this is a weekly show that the three of us do, where we get together every Monday to discuss the latest news topics in the video game industry. We then go through the game releases for that week before each picking our favourite games of the week. So if you like video game news, let's plays, any content, then you can check out our website, thegameinitiative.com. The link to that is down below. So, gentlemen, this week we got the news of what 3 games we're going to be getting to enjoy in December. All those new people getting their consoles for Christmas will be able to go in and download these wonderful 3 games for the first month.
I think you get with a console, do you still get the 1 month trial with PlayStation Plus?
I would imagine that
you must do.
I know with the Xbox you definitely get like 14-day free trial.
Isn't it longer?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It varies from time to
Maybe
time.
it varies by bundle
Yeah.
and stuff like that as well.
So, but there will be some trial, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So this would have been a great month for Sony and Xbox to give us some really good games on their new gen to excite those kind of Christmas goers. PS4 have been rewarded with Gauntlet Slayer Edition and King's Quest Chapter 1. Gauntlet being a top-down dragon runner. Dungeon. Dragon?
There might be dragons.
There's
but
probably
it's a dungeon.
dragons. Dungeon, yeah, that's what I meant, thank you. Dungeon crawler. And King's Quest is traditionally it was a point and click kind of adventure game. There is a bit more adventure elements to this new game, this new re-release of the series, but it's still very much kind of focused on fairy tales and stuff. So pretty weak month on PS4, I would say. I mean, these games, King's Quest, critically acclaimed series, but it's not a game that's going to get people excited.
It's not going to appeal to the masses, and I think that's where Sony really have missed a trick here. As we said at the start of this topic, it's the month of December. It's when probably most people, newcomers to the PlayStation 4, the new gen that we're in now, are going to get consoles and are going to be having PlayStation Plus, and you want them to have their 1 month trial to be a good month.
So then they go, wow, this is actually really good. I get games like this for every month.
Exactly.
Let's buy a year because that's the best value.
Exactly.
Then you can give them shit for the rest.
Exactly. I just think it makes no sense whatsoever why they've done this. You know?
Well, look at when it released. We had I don't know what we had last year. I honestly can't remember. I should have done research. But when it released, we had a game like Resogun for Christmas.
Yeah.
And well, you know,
all right, we know the story.
one of the best PS4 games, one of the best games of all time. So that was really good. And over on Xbox One, they've given us the Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing for all of December, which maybe not that appealing, but from the 16th of December to the 15th of January, so therefore in the Christmas period, you'll be getting Thief, the rebooted franchise of like the third person kind of stealth.
Yeah.
Shooter's not the worst, kind of stealth adventure game.
It's a good game. Thief is a good game. It's a big game.
It didn't get massive critical acclaim.
No,
it's very average reviews, but it is still that big game
that people know, that people can relate to, and they know was a big game at the time.
There are still a lot of people that think they kind of look down on indies. So at least they're getting the AAA on Xbox's side. So regardless of the quality, people are happy. But maybe still a missed trick. They could have given, I don't know, on both sides could have maybe been a bit better. Xbox, they had Rise as or Dead Rising, an IP that they own, so it wouldn't cost them. Chuck that in there as an extra Christmas present. And on Sony's side, chuck in Killzone or Infamous. Something that's not selling anymore.
Yeah.
It's a big trick missed, I think.
It is. I'm disappointed. I think this month of all months, I don't expect to have AAA games every month, and I don't think anybody does. But just for December, I think you've got to just to bring in, from a marketing point of view, just to bring in those
new subscriptions.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity miss. But on the plus side, let's focus on some positives now.
Yeah.
On the PS3, two awesome games.
Two very awesome games.
So for anyone buying a new PS3 for the first time,
Why do you need a PS4? PS3 PlayStation Plus is
Yeah.
awesome this month.
that's what it is. SSX, which Ash will tell you how good that game is. Exactly. Luckily we have videos so people can see. I was going to say, if it's an audio listener, then they wouldn't really know what was going on. But Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon is the other game on PS3. Not quite as long as SSX. SSX, I'm sure Ash put in 50 plus hours into that game.
I did platinum it eventually, but it's a great game.
But
Great
yeah,
game.
Far Cry Blood Dragon, only a few hour experience, but it was a standalone DLC pack, so it's got the same engine of Far Cry 3. Very over the top 80s action down, which just brings kind of a comedy, comedic element to it, which is people appreciate, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that's the sort of thing that you want every now and then. It's just a game that isn't taking itself seriously in the slightest.
If
It's giving you that entertainment.
If you like Arnold Schwarzenegger 80s movies, you'll love this game.
Yeah. And Far Cry 3 Far Cry engine as a whole is a very solid shooting engine as well, so it's got that to back it up.
Yeah.
So really good show on
I
the
will
PS3.
definitely be turning my PlayStation 3 on this month to play that because...
And then you'll be disappointed when you get everything grinding within it because it's not
Yeah,
been
it's
turned
fine.
on.
As long as I can get over the whole controller, I'll be fine.
Can you not Bluetooth your DualShock 4?
It only works for some games, doesn't it? So,
Yeah. You have to see.
yeah,
It's worth a go.
it's worth a go.
On the Vita as well, a couple of decent little games there. You've got Freedom Wars, which is pretty much the last the last Sony game on the Vita. Came out of Japan Studio. Very big success among the kind of Vita community. I think a lot of Vita owners will probably already own this game because Vita owners buy every game. But still, nice touch to give that away for free. One that people can enjoy. And then Rocket Bird's Hard Boiled Chicken, which is a great name.
Gets name of the week this week.
Like it does happen a week. This just looks like a 2D side-scrolling shooter, but with chickens dressing up as like Russians and Nazis and stuff
Well,
like that.
from what I gather, it's a chicken trying to overthrow the penguin regime by that trailer we watched.
Yep.
So evil Nazi penguins.
A good analogy. Yeah.
If ever the fascists are going to be somewhere, it's going to be in that club.
So those are some decent games there on the other Sony platforms, and then over on the 360, which we should remember do come to the Xbox One as well via backwards compatibility. We've got Castle Storm for the first half of the month, although I'm pretty sure Xbox One already has the definitive edition of that game as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure we've talked about it before.
We have, definitely.
So I'm
talked
pretty
about
sure
Castle
that
Storm.
already came out.
Yeah.
Then we've got Sacred 3 for the second half of the month. And because it is December, Xbox decided to give an extra little gift. Also for the second half of the month, we've got Operation Flashpoint Dragon Rising, which is probably the best of the 360 games. It's a very old school, hardcore shooter, like one-shot kill. So you'd be 20 minutes into this mission, you'll get gunned down by a sniper, and then you have to start all over again. So,
Oh God, how I miss those games.
like Brothers in Arms kind of style, might be a more recognisable name for people, but this one's pretty
So basically,
underrated.
it's something that will challenge the modern day shooter player because they're all running guns regenerated. health
Exactly.
Unless you play on realistic mode, and then it's
stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, that rounds out your free games. We use that term loosely because people on the internet always want to make it aware that they're not free because you're having to pay, was it like 50p a day or whatever it is?
I don't know, yeah.
Not even 50p a day. It's well less than that.
I think I need to renew my membership.
£40 a
actually.
year.
My membership
So
will be
£3
up.
a month.
I think it'll be up in December.
It it's set
It
to
will
auto renew.
Okay.
So unless your card has
It's
changed,
changed, yeah.
in which case if
They've
you've,
always
if you've updated your card on,
Oh, I have. Yes.
then it'll take it out of
I have.
whatever you've got set up on your
As long
thing.
as your bank details or credit details are valid in the system, Sony will continue to take their money from you forever until you tell them otherwise.
Good to know.
We will stay with Sony for a little bit longer. They made an announcement this week that they have now sold 30 million PS4s. I think the latest announcement was 29 million at the end of September, so the fact that they're up to 30 isn't that surprising now. They did emphasise that it represents the fastest and strongest growth in PlayStation hardware history, which when you remember that Sony have the most successful console of all time in the PS2, the fact that the PS4 is still beating it is incredible.
Yeah,
I
think so.
I don't think it's going to sell 155 million units because the PS2 was out there for 16 years. It kind of drags on forever.
It was there a while.
Yeah, because it held out in the poorer markets, so to speak.
Developing, I think, is the slightly more PC word.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it still amazes me how well it's doing when we consider that it doesn't really have that many good exclusives
Yet.
Yeah, whatever the point is though, everyone is buying. 30 million people have bought them.
Yeah.
Without the exclusive. So how many people are going to buy them when it does have the exclusives? That's the point. I mean, they've obviously done well partnering up with Activision. I mean, that's a pretty shrewd move. You get all your Call of Duty and Destiny shooters, so that makes sense. But I don't know. They've really capitalised on Microsoft's fuck-ups, basically.
They have, but then I think Microsoft more recently have been trying to, close that gap. I mean, they clearly are. They've got things in the works, I think. But no, next year should be fun with PlayStation VR and a few other things changing. It should be a good year.
Hopefully, 2016 is already shaping up to be a great year. We will be having a full-on conversation about 2016 in a party chat in the coming weeks. Probably similar to what we did.
Yeah.
About a year ago when we launched the show. So
yeah, and also a game of the year we'll have to do as well.
We will be doing that as well. Yes. While we're also talking Sony, there was also some news from the Jesus of Sony World, Shuhei Yoshida. He tweeted out that some people have asked if remote play function was going to be coming to the PC, and yes, basically they are working on an official application that will run not only on PC but also on Mac as well. So you'll soon be able to stream your PS4 game to your laptop or computer or whatever that's in a different room. So that's basically, it's kind of come out in response recently this week or maybe last week. There was an unofficial app that kind of appeared doing the rounds that a guy was selling for £6, where you could stream your PS4 to Windows.
Did it work?
People have got it working. It is working. Whether it's obviously not going to be optimum because it's not the official app.
But it works. Was it a host app that someone was just trying to make a quick buck off?
It works.
Run, but if it's working,
it works. So obviously Microsoft have got that with Xbox One.
Yeah.
Not really surprising when you think about it.
Well, Microsoft, PC, yeah.
But yeah, are you excited for this idea or not? Do you not really have an opinion on it?
I don't really have an opinion, I don't think, because I've never been one for needing to, feeling the urge to play on a PC or a laptop, but
the idea is basically, obviously, the ultimate experience is if your PlayStation is down in your lounge, you can stream it to your laptop, so you can play your PS4 in bed, and then you use the Bluetooth from your laptop, which most laptops now have inbuilt, to use the DualShock 4. So it becomes better than the Vita because you can use the DualShock 4.
I see.
But it would be basically like the PlayStation TV device.
Yeah.
But that's crap. So if this app is as good as that, then it's a waste.
I was going to say, because at the moment I generally use my Vita. If I want to go into a different room, then I use my Vita. But
so now you can use the DualShock and a bigger screen.
That would be nice.
Well, I hope your laptop's bigger than the Vita screen.
So you just got one of the jumbo Vitas.
Yeah.
So there we go. We'll move on now to some more video game news. I was going to say actual, but we just talked about a load of video games in section one.
We did, yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Some current video games. Destiny, The Taken King. A lot of people have purchased either Destiny or the expansion, or both.
1 or 2.
Or 3 or 4 or 5. Yeah. But apparently it's not enough for Activision, so they've now introduced a new program called Refer a Friend.
Refer a Friend.
Which is currently live now, it's working. You can go onto Bungie's website to find out exactly how the process works. But in a nutshell, you send a link to a friend who then subsequently buys it on the PlayStation Network or the Xbox Live Store. marketplace, and then you play with them the Hunt for Loot quest, which is a quest in the Taken King, and then you get rewarded for that by getting in-game thing like exclusive content like legendary swords, emblems, emotes, stuff like that. So basically, for doing a quest with a new friend, you get exclusive content, like kind of gear, which
It's basically commission.
which I think is actually a really cool feature. But I'd like to see more games do. Obviously, not every game it will work with, because not every game is kind of like a online co-op.
Yeah.
But
I like the idea of this. I mean, clearly, as long as you're giving away stuff people want, that's the thing, and it's not really, from a company's point of view, it's not costing them anything to do that. So
it's a sword. It's not. Great. Well, you don't do anything with the sword. It doesn't really have any value, but it's cool for your character to have in the game.
That's it. 'Cause it's all digital content.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's not like a physical.
And everybody wants legendary gear, so
that is the quest, isn't it? The number of hours I spent looking for legendary gear before giving up on that game because I couldn't find any.
Yeah.
I think I got one piece. I think it was like a left arm guard or something.
Left arm guard.
Brilliant.
Fear my left arm.
It is the stuff of legends. Right, GTA Online. A mode that we have all enjoyed. We looked up just a week or so ago. We've spent many, many hours.
Yeah.
I thought I'd spent a lot when I played like 60 hours of it, but it was dwarfed by Dan's 120 and Ash's 180 or something.
I've done a few hours online. Yeah. I've done a few.
Now, Rockstar giving us another new game mode, which they are constantly updating. Really good that they keep bringing all these new updates. For free, we should add.
Thank you, Rockstar.
Always free, and never charging us.
Yeah.
Which is great, especially in this day and age. It's probably a mode definitely for Dan, called Running Back.
Yeah.
So, inspired by American football, obviously Thanksgiving just happened, so kind of launched alongside that. Yeah. Basically, you have one guy in a Benefactor Panto, which is a smart car, and he has to get from one end of the road to the end zone.
Yeah.
The other team, the defense, are in bifters trying to stop him, and the running back also has teammates, the offensive linemen, effectively also in bifters.
Yeah.
So it's basically just a destruction derby mode where one car has to get to the end.
Yeah.
Or like what was it called? What was it? British Bulldog, was that the name called? Where you had to run from one side to the other
without being tackled.
Yeah. So it's like that.
It's a bit like that. But it looks like a lot of fun. And you can do an 8 versus 8?
No, 4 versus 8 players total.
8 players,
so it's 4 versus
4v4. Okay.
Yeah, 4 to 8 players, so you can have 2 on a team up to 4.
Yeah.
But they might expand that out to 16 possibly in the future. I know quite a few modes are 16 players. So.
They are.
I think once they build maps for it, I guess like originally these first 3 or whatever are testers. See whether it's popular.
Yeah.
Because the one we watched involved them going into a tunnel. Now, if you think you've got 8 players on the defensive side in a tunnel, you could just block it off essentially without.
You could just keep ramming them. I mean, I just think that's part of the fun. Is
but
get as much destruction in there as possible.
But they want to be able to have the room for the crazy sort of like dying through the gaps and stuff like that. They want to make that possible, and
I think it'd be nice as well if they can introduce a GTA version of the game. So if you like, you can get out your car and actually use like a rocket launcher and actually blow cars up. I mean, that would be good.
What, so you're allowed to leave?
Yeah,
I would assume
change the game mode to GTA mode.
Yeah, but I would assume that if the running back car gets destroyed, then that would be the end of the round. Yeah. So you would pretty much just have everyone jumping out of their cars at the start. And then
I see what you mean. Like,
rockets.
I like your idea.
Okay.
I know exactly what you mean, but you'd have to have it so you respawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, your point is like everyone could just shoot you with a rocket and then it's game over way too quickly.
Yeah.
I'm like, because I assume it's a one and done thing, that if you somehow die within like the 2 minutes,
game over,
then you don't play for the rest of the round.
True.
But if they put in respawning, then it works great.
But you'd have to make sure you respawn right at the back. Kind of start the run again, as it were.
But we'll see. But it's a good game mode. It looks good. And we'll probably give it a go at some point.
We need to spend some
time.
time.
With everything else that we'll probably give a go.
Oh my God, that update's getting bigger and bigger.
It's going to be like 3 times the size of the game when you eventually update it.
Talking of 3 times the size of the game.
Yeah.
This isn't in the news, but I'm just going to wing it off now. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 got another update this week. Don't know if it's fixed it. We talked about how it's completely broken.
Yeah.
So the game was about a 4 gig game. Maybe 6 gig. Four. I think it was about 4 gig game. There's now been there's been updates. This is the 3rd update, and the combined total of the updates is 15.6 gig.
Wow.
So 4 times the game size.
This is
in
the game
updates.
code that we sent on the disc that everyone got. This is what we forgot!
I mean, I don't know if the new update has fixed it now, but that game is just a mess. I'm never buying. Even if someone tells me that it's all fixed, I'm still never buying it out of protest and
They
principle.
have ruined the name of Tony Hawk.
They have.
They have. Bunch of wankers.
Yeah.
Talking of people ruining everyone's fun, ending the news this week.
Yeah.
Dead or Alive Extreme 3. Maybe a game that some people are waiting for. Maybe a game some people have never heard of. But either way, it is not coming to the West. It's not coming to America. It's not coming to Europe. It's going to stay in Japan. Basically, the publisher, Koei Tecmo, basically released this statement saying that he said, quote, "Do you know many issues happening in the video game industry with regard to how to treat female in video game industry? We do not want to take those things here, but certainly we have gone through in the last year or two to come to our decision." So it's a bit broken English, obviously. It's not his first language.
Yeah.
What he's saying is because of the nature of the game, which is females, let's say full-figured females. It's funnier with this, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Full-figured females in bikinis doing like kind of mini games. Originally, it was a spin-off, and it became the beach volleyball, which everyone's probably heard of, Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. Now this one seems to be kind of other sort of like little kind of head-to-head modes.
Yeah.
And he's scared of basically there being a massive backlash about, these people are sexist, because that's what the whole world is like now. And this really pisses me off.
Well, he's kind of got a point. I mean, I can see both sides of this, because I can see why it would seem sexist, but I can also see the fact that that's just what the world is like. It's not just in video games that we see, this
Women in bikinis.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's just
Women
That's
voluntarily dress like that for attention. You see stuff like on Instagram, and like you see all these people who post photos and stuff like that to get attention for themselves. But because it's a man making a video game, he's defiling the image of women, and he's a massive sexist for doing so.
Yeah.
Basically, what these equal rights people are, indirectly, are terrorists. Now, stay with me. The idea of terrorists is they create... No. The idea of terrorists is to create fear, to stop people, stop people through fear. And that is what they have done to this guy. He is now scared to release his game for fear of a backlash.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying they are as bad as terrorists, okay, just to clarify, but do you not tell me that I'm wrong, but they have not prevented him sharing his art, which effectively this is, with the rest of the world through fear?
Yeah.
You don't want to say anything because you don't want to agree with me, but you know I'm right.
See, here's the fence. I'm just getting on it.
You're getting on it.
Yeah.
The fence is quite comfortable, isn't
It is, isn't it? The fence is comfortable.
Okay, well...
So that's
that is the news.
That is the news.
So if you want Dead or Alive Extreme 3, you're going to have to import it from Japan.
Yeah.
Smuggle it in.
But that's just the way the world has gone, and I don't like it, but I as a person cannot change it.
No, I know it's another case.
It's a sad world that we do live in.
It's another case for the fun police. Yeah.
Thing is,
I'm all for-
there's
I'm all for
fors and
equality.
against and everything, and it is a fine line that you have to tread these days.
I'm all for equality. I don't think people should be kind of genderfied or there shouldn't be something held against them because of their race, their gender, or whatever. I'm all for equality, but I don't like the people that say that people are doing something. Just because he's releasing a game like this doesn't make him sexist.
No, it doesn't.
If you go to Japan and you see their game shows and stuff like that, that is the Japan culture. That is not sexist at all.
No, that is their culture, and it is their ways, and you've got to accept as well in some things like this. It is generally just a piss take.
Yeah.
and so on
Yeah.
engaged. Like, if he had made that as a 100%, everything else is being serious, but the characters are still looking as they are, that's one thing. But obviously the whole game is a massive piss take.
It's a satire game, yeah, exactly.
You got to remember this is just a game.
Yeah, that's
Exactly,
my point.
that as well. Yeah, it's not life or death.
I think movies aren't that different.
But yeah.
Anyway,
That is a whole huge rabbit hole I could go down for the next half hour. But instead, we will move into the games. And this week, kind of quietening down now. We've had most of the big releases. We've got a couple more coming next week, but definitely kind of coming towards Christmas now. We have, though, on the PS4, Beyond Two Souls. This is Quantic Dream's game being re-released. We spoke about just a week or two ago. Their PS3 game. It's kind of follows the journey of I've forgotten her name now. I should have raised it down.
Ellen Page?
Well, Ellen Page, yeah, but I meant her in-game character.
Oh, her in-game character.
But yes, let's just say Ellen Page. We follow Ellen Page.
Ellen Page.
Of her. There's a lot of strange goings on in her world, and it's very narrative heavy, kind of a la Quantic Dream style. It is not the best of the two games that are coming to PS3. Heavy Rain is the better game, but
PS4.
From PS3 to PS4, sorry. But the big feature on this game now is that you will be able to play everything in chronological order, which apparently was a big criticism of it on the previous console.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes sense in my mind.
Yeah, when your narrative jumps around, it's hard to keep focus on it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want a game to be in order?
You would. Yeah, you would do. I think we spoke about this briefly before, but you don't mind if a game sort of shifts and has flashbacks or flash forwards or whatever, sort of Lost style. You don't mind that, but when it's not really clear as to what
so like when those sort of things usually come in the right place. It's like, your main character is down, kind of thing, for the they've been hurt, so therefore this is while they're resting or recovering. Woomph. Back prior to kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's usually when that sort of thing happens. But if it's just continual.
But the game looks good. The game looks good. I think it's nice that they've made these changes. Clearly, they've looked at what the feedback was from when they previously released it and made some changes. So it may well be a very good game. Yeah.
I think it's definitely one worth people checking out if they haven't played it before. But remember, this is effectively more of a port. It's not a full remake, so it's not. Unless you're a big fan of the game, there's not really anything huge to incentivize you to come back again. Unless you just want to play it again and get another platinum. We've then got Minecraft Story Mode, Episode 3, the third episode in the Telltale series. Now, this is what I like about this. Is the speed that the episodes seem to be coming out.
Yeah, they're thick and fast, aren't they?
Number one, I think they're coming out they are coming end of October. Yeah, I think it's pretty much fortnightly.
It is fortnightly, 3 weeks, yeah.
So
you think of how long the Game of Thrones ones took progress through all the way.
Yeah. But you got to bear in mind, I mean, there's a lot of Minecraft engine there. There's a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe obviously they had more of an idea of exactly where the whole story on Minecraft was going to go, but maybe with the Game of Thrones, obviously the writing required, we talked about this off air, but the way how they had to follow a story a lot closer.
Yeah.
Minecraft is just, they've given you the world, you do whatever you want in that world, but Game of Thrones had to follow a very particular path.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the struggles of why it took longer, but there we go. If you're interested in that one is out this week. We've also got Bloodborne: The Old Hunters, which is the DLC for the incredible game that came out in February this year. Ash's Game of the Year so far, I believe.
Yeah, it was one that I was very much looking forward to playing, but really struggled with the game.
It is a hard game.
It's a bit of an understatement, but yeah, I
you failed. Basically. So that's there, and also if you've never picked up Bloodborne and you are always on the fence with these gentlemen, as they probably still are, there's a Game of the Year edition, obviously, now, which comes out, which will include both.
Yes.
We then have Primal Carnage Extinction, which is a asymmetrical class-based multiplayer shooter. You can either be the hunters or you can be what they are hunting, which is dinosaurs, which I thought was pretty cool. Any game where you can be a dinosaur has my attention.
And eat people.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's basically just think Evolve, but slightly less alienized.
Yeah.
More sort of like Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Decided to turn it into a hunting ground.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park does evolve. It's a pretty reasonable explanation for it. So that one's there on the PS4 if you would like to check that out. Also on the PS4 and also the Vita is Super Star Wars, which is
if you've had enough of Battlefront already.
Yeah.
This was basically obviously released to kind of coincide with Star Wars season that is very much upon us. This was the 1992 NES game.
Yeah, it's a SNES game.
Sorry.
So yeah, it's going to be.
Yeah, of course it's a SNES game because that's every SNES game had Super in front of it.
It did.
And that's where it's.
It did.
So that's there now on the PlayStation consoles for you to enjoy. No moaning about the graphics though. Remember, it's like a 20-year-old game. We have Handball 2016 coming out on the PS4 and the Xbox One, and I think it's also available on previous gen consoles as well. Didn't hear anything about this game coming until I went on the PlayStation Store.
It's
last
been
night.
rather quiet, hasn't it?
We had a quick look at the video. Looks reasonably low budget. I mean, I don't know much about the developers or the makers. Handball is a fun, fast-paced sport.
Yeah.
If you're a massive, hardcore fan of a sport, the game might appeal to you. But I don't think it's one of those where it's going to be good enough for non-fans of the sports to still enjoy.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
So,
yeah.
But it's there. Maybe one day EA will pick up the license for that like they do with everything else. And then, closing out the games, we have 3/4 Home, which is very much a narrative video game experience where it is basically you are a girl on a car ride home with her family in a storm, and you make dialogue decisions which affect the relationship with her family. Now, this is not traditional video gaming as we have it. It's more of the video game narrative experience. Something similar to like Everybody's Gone to the Rapture and Journey, those sorts of more games or Gone Home, where it's more of an experience than it is. But it's like £3, and it's like a couple of hour experience. So if you just want to listen to a good story, then it's pretty cheap.
Yeah. So it's nice, and then it's nice that the price reflects the game.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I would be very begrudging about spending £15 for like a 1 to 2 hour experience.
Yeah.
So, and that's it. So, like I said, no big, huge release this week. We've got 2 more AAAs coming next week in Rainbow Six and Just Cause. But then that will be pretty much it for the year. So,
It will.
What are your picks for this week? Dan, we'll go with you first.
Yeah. It's not a lot that I would say is outstanding there, but simply because of dinosaurs. Primal Carnage Extinction.
Yeah, it's something that offers something a bit more light entertainment, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And enjoyable, and dinosaurs, like you said. So.
I like the look of that. I like the idea of Primal Carnage Extinction this week. But I'm quite intrigued with Beyond Two Souls. I didn't pick it up when it was on the PS3. The game looks nice. I'd like to play it, so I might. I might just put it on the Christmas list.
I think it's digital only on the PS4. Just FYI. I don't know if that sways you away from it. I know how much you like those.
I do like my boxes on the shelf.
I think we talked about it. I'm sure it's digital only.
Anyway, in terms of gameplay and what I would probably enjoy playing and what I would want to pick up, I think probably Beyond Two Souls. Yeah.
I'm in a similar boat to you. There's nothing this week that I will probably buy. But if I do buy anything, the closest thing I will probably buy is 3/4 Home, because it's about all I have time for.
2 hours.
2 hour little experience. I've heard people talk about it, say that the story is good and stuff.
And plus, you won't have to worry about pressing too many buttons. I think.
It's perfect for me. I can just play it one-handed.
One-handed.
So it kind of checks all of those boxes that I can enjoy before before tomorrow when Just Cause comes out. So
Yeah.
3-4 home. Yeah. Spoiler alert for next week. That's going to be my pick of the week.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much, everyone, for staying with us. We've only got a couple more episodes to go now before Christmas.
We do.
We haven't discussed it yet, but we'll probably do something similar to last year where we take Christmas off because we're not that hardcore.
No,
we record every week.
We're busy.
I'm sure
playing
people can
games.
survive 2 weeks without us.
I
I'm
think
sure.
so.
And if you can't, then let us know and I'll record you a special Christmas message.
Yeah.
I don't quite know what that means.
It
It depends on who asks.
You'll dress up as Father Christmas. Maybe a naked Christmas message.
Well, hang on.
YouTube. Remember?
We have some younger viewers. I don't want to go on any sort of register now. So yeah, that's it. Thank you. Let us know what you think of the offerings on PlayStation Plus Games with Gold. Do you agree with us that they've missed a trick this month? I think it is pretty black and white that they did. But if you're happy with any of the games, let us know. And if you've played the new GT Online mode, let us know if you're enjoying it, etc., etc. But for now, Ash,
Cheers, guys.
thank you.
Cheers.
And everyone out there, thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time.